Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another week of Draw Something, and this is a special episode of Draw Something. Let me pull up the on-screen graphics here. This is a 100 follower special. A couple weeks ago, I hit 100 followers on Twitch, and I did attempt to do this stream last Wednesday and had technical difficulties. It didn't work out. I'm back again. I'm going to try it again this week. My biggest problem here, let me go to my multi-view here. So this that drawing camera, that drawing view was all fuzzy last week. I couldn't figure out what's going on with it. While the stream was going, and of course as soon as I ended the stream, I figured it out right away, but the stream was already ended, so that kind of stunk. But everything seems all good now. Camera's working like it's supposed to, so seems like we're all set. Yeah, so what I have in mind for tonight is this is going to be just, I mean, as far as the theme goes, it's just a free-for-all. You can just kind of throw out any request you want for a funny drawing. But the kind of the primary focus here is I'm going to be doing a special drawing commemorating hitting 100 followers. So I'm thinking I have like a big 100 here in the center, and then just feature a lot of the characters I've drawn by request over the last 35 weeks I've been doing this. Most of which are currently emotes for my channel. They just recently opened up several more emote slots. So I ended up filling those slots up with a couple extra cool emotes. Also, there's a new little feature in the chat. I finally got the cloud bot to finally work. I couldn't figure that out for a while. But yeah, there's you can see the 8-ball there. If you put that in like it says in the text, exclamation point 8-ball, and then put a question in brackets, you can ask the 8-ball a question, any question you want, and see how it responds. All right, so I'll stop jabbering now and go ahead and start on the drawing. Alright, so like I said, I'm just going to start with a, 100 in the center. DJ Mike Brady testing out the 8-ball. I guess I'm not drawing any drafts tonight. Actually, that's not true. That is not true. The 8-ball is wrong on that. I am going to be drawing a draft because one of the first requested drawings I did, which is also an emote right now, is the fancy draft with the top hat and monocle, which I am absolutely planning on having as part of this drawing. So, yeah, the 8-ball messed that one up. Sorry, DJ Mike Brady. Luckily, it's for free, so you don't lose any money over it, but yeah, it's not the most reliable. But yeah, also part of this is, aside from just making a request, because if a request comes in for a standalone drawing, I'll go ahead and put this aside and make your drawing request. But if you just want to, suggest something to add into this particular drawing, I'll do that too. It could end up getting pretty crowded. I might have to, draw the line somewhere, but... Oh! The 8-ball showing a little sass here. I clearly was not hard enough on it when I was telling it how to behave during the stream. It's got quite a mouth on it. Alright, there we go. So I got the base, I got the 100 here. So I'll go ahead and start adding the first character I'm going to draw here, which is the... it's an emote that I've been using pretty frequently lately. It's the 80s Songbird, requested by Irene Pena Music. just go ahead. I have it up on the screen. I do gotta use a, even though it's something I drew myself, I still gotta use a reference pic to make sure I get it right. Seems like I shouldn't have to do that, but I don't know. I mean, actually, I haven't had to actually draw it again since this original drawing I did of it, so I don't have it locked into my memory how to draw it. And even though I can probably, remember it, like I can, try and do it from memory, it never works out as well as I hope. So I'm just gonna, use a reference pic. But there we go. So, for those not familiar with the 80s songbird, basically, well, she's an 80s songbird, has the big Cyndi Lauper style hair, I guess you could say. And there's other features too, but I'll leave those. I'll leave describing those until when I get to them. But yeah, I got a pretty basic round head. Draw her open beak here, and she has lipstick on, of course. And she also has a microphone. And I got a dress here with some 80s looking diamond pattern on it. Oh, Planetary 121, great to see you here. And will Andy draw a bundle of nerds drawing down in Chameleon Tea like there's no tomorrow? Well, the 8-ball seems pretty. Oh wow, Mike Brady. That's pretty amazing. I didn't even think about the leg warmers yet. I have the reference pic right in front of me, and I didn't even think of the leg warmers. You came up with it right then and there. Nice work. Yes, definitely got to draw the leg warmers. An 80s staple. Yes, Mike Brady, you are certainly helping. Definitely more than the 8-ball. The 8-ball's on thin ice. It's already sassed off to you. It's sassed off to Planetary 121. I mean, it's not like I had anything to do with the responses it's making. No, of course not. That's all on the 8-ball. It was all already programmed there. I didn't do any of that. Alright, so there we go. So that pretty much covers it. Got the big 80s hair, the diamond dress, the leg warmers, the microphone. Planetary 121. Well, there's your answer. Alright, there we go. So I got the first one here, the songbird. I'm going to go ahead and add another character in here. I guess since DJ Mike Brady is here, I might as well do his character that he requested. Way back in week 3. And this was, when I tried to do this stream last week, one of the ideas I did have that I'm going to use again is, I did actually start a 100 followers drawing and didn't get far with it because of the technical difficulties. But I did have the idea of the draft peeking through the 0 right here, so I'm gonna use that idea again. So I'll just erase that part of the 0 here. I also have a reference pic to follow, so that definitely helps. I really wasn't well prepared on top of the technical difficulties last week, so it was just kind of a rough one. I'm feeling more confident this week, fortunately. And not gonna lie, it actually feels good knowing that I don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow. So I'm feeling pretty chill. Can just chill, stay up a little later if I want. Can sleep in tomorrow. It'll be nice. And then, of course, later in the day, food. All the food. I've been seeing other streamers on Twitch. I ask this question a lot. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Let me know. I gotta say, my favorite is probably sweet potato casserole. Specifically the kind that has the brown sugar and pecan topping on it. That stuff's really good. I actually made it myself last year for the first time. Alright, there we go. There's the snobby giraffe with the top hat and monocle. Ah, Mike Brady is making the pies. Good on you, Mike. Alright, so I got the draft run, I got the songbird run. I guess I'll go ahead and do another one of DJ Mike Brady's older requests. Let me see where I want to put it. It's an old woman driving a Winnebago 83 shoe. Several weeks ago, like, honestly, like, a couple months ago, really, I did a nursery rhymes with a twist stream. And DJ Mike Brady requested there wasn't a woman who lived in a shoe, so I ultimately ended up drawing a woman driving a rocket-powered shoe with wheels. So I'll go ahead and put that in here too. That's also an emote. If you look in the emotes for this channel, the old woman in a shoe is one of the emotes there. So we go ahead and add her into the drawing. Ah, Rose Rebel knows what's up. Hey, how are you doing tonight, Rose? Rose, if you notice on the screen, I've commissioned a Magic 8 Ball that seems to have it's on thin ice at the moment. It's already sassed off to 2 of my viewers. I'm kind of considering putting it in timeout, but maybe 3rd time's the charm. Actually, I guess it's sassed off 3 times, so no, it's already eligible for a timeout. But if you dare, go ahead and ask it a question. Maybe it'll actually be nice this time. I don't know. You can never tell with those things. Oh, Mike Brady. Okay. I don't have any of the ingredients. I wasn't anticipating having to make it, so, I mean, I don't know. I could skip it this year, I guess. Or just make it, you know, for some time after Thanksgiving. I mean, it doesn't have to be a Thanksgiving-only dish. It can be made other times of the year. I think as long as it's still fall time, it can still be appropriate. By the way, what do you think of my fall aesthetic? I just kind of threw it together a couple days ago. Really, I should have done this like back at the beginning of November, but I didn't. Let me see what the 8 ball is saying. Alright, once again, if it was up your butt, you know. It seems to really like that response. Are you fascinated with Planetary 121's butt? Not sure. Planetary 121, you better watch out. I get a sneaking suspicion about that 8 ball. Alright, so... yeah, still drawing the old woman in the shoe. Oh, 8 ball's getting deep. The answer is within yourself. It's kind of remarkable how it can go from that to if it was up your butt, you know. It's like, 1 second it's like this wise old sage, next second it's a first grader. Or, I guess maybe a 3rd grader is more appropriate, something like that. It's a grade schooler. Planetary 121, good point. I colored that, so I colored that 100 followers special thing up there black. Probably not the best idea because every time I move the paper out of the way, it gets complete. You can't see it because the binder that I'm drawing on is also black. Oh well, oops. So I'll just have to remember to keep the paper in this particular position. Alrighty. Alright, there we go. Got the old woman in the shoe. She's having a time. Let me draw the second rocket jet in there. There are 2 rocket jets behind it, not just one. It's extra jet powered. Alright, let me see what else I can add. Okay, let me do Corgiana Jones. Yeah, Corgiana Jones is next. Let me see here. How do I want to do this? Could maybe have him, I was gonna have him swinging in on with his whip, but that's more like Tarzan, not Indiana Jones, or Corgiana Jones. Let me see what else I can do. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do Mr. T next. I think it's still in the emote slot. One of the earlier drawings, also by Mike Brady. A lot of these are, it seems like this one and this one are Mike Brady's. This one's also Mike Brady's. He requested Mr. T holding a plate of fancy food and saying, "I made it, you eat it." So I'm going to go ahead and add him in here with his plate of food. And I did originally draw him eating, holding Swedish meatballs, but given that tomorrow is Turkey Day, I might have it changed to a roast turkey. That probably makes the most sense. So, all you watching in the chat, if you have any, requests you remember making that you'd like me to include, I can, look it up in my, I got all my drawings here on my hard drive, so I can look them up, and I use them for reference and add them into the drawing. If you would like, just, let me know in the chat. Right now I'm pretty much focusing on the ones that became emotes, which were the ones that I, was the biggest fan of. Hey, John Culis Art, good to see you here. I'm I'm doing a special 100 followers drawing. Right now I'm drawing Mr. T holding a roast turkey on a plate. And it's not especially clear from here because I've drawn him behind the one, but he's got an apron on. Also got to draw some facial hair on there. Coolest? Okay, good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and try to make the apron a little more visible here. Just have it kind of peeking out more from behind the one. Alright, there we go. Got Mr. T included in there. John Coolis, I can do a Dalmatian, sure. I actually did draw a Dalmatian back I did do a Dalmatian drawing once. Hey, Lucky Paradox, awesome to see you here. I was just on his stream yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and give him a shout out, and the shout out command actually works now, so it'll do what it's supposed to do. There we go. There he is. Go give him a follow. He's still working towards affiliate. He does really great stuff. How are you doing tonight, Lucky? Lucky Paradox, I am feeling better. Compared to how I was feeling last night, looking forward to tonight's stream, I'm feeling much better, much more confident. Alright, so I got a Dalmatian there sitting on top of the 0. Let me see. Alright, now I think I gotta figure out a way to fit Corgiana Jones in here. Honestly, I'll just have him standing out there in the open. I think that's totally fine. Oh, Lucky Paradox? Absolutely. I'll go ahead and work on that right now. Maybe to go, actually, to go along with the old woman in the shoe, have a nice chocolate chip cookie that's also on wheels, kind of like a sidecar for her shoe. Yeah, there we go. Got a nice chocolate chip cookie with a rocket jet. Oh, Mike Brady, yeah, totally. I made those banana chocolate chip cookies again on Sunday, and they're still super good. God, I do really need to make those and bring them over to you to try. My coworker did actually bring in some chocolate chip and M&M cookies this morning that were really dang good. Alright, so I'm drawing Corgiana Jones in a position I wasn't expecting to, but he's right in front of the old lady's car. I mean, of course, you know, being Corgiana Jones, he'll easily get out of this situation unscathed. He's already managed to escape like 7 secret temples, outrun 100 giant boulders, and there has to be a Butterfinger. Yes, there does. That is the that was Corgiana Jones's first adventure, was retrieving the Butterfinger skull from the Temple of Candy. I gotta draw his tail behind him. It's gotta be extra bushy because he's scared out of his wits. I mean, you know, a giant boulder is one thing, but a giant rocket shoe, that's not something you see every day. Yes, alright, so Butterfinger. Let me go ahead and add that in. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Still, jury's still out on where the Butterfinger's gonna figure in, but I just remembered another thing I was gonna add to the drawing. Another Mike Brady request. They're kind of all over this drawing. The Street Racing Slugs. Lucky Paradox, no problem. Enjoy your prepping. Oh, hello, what is this? Mike Brady, is that a new emote? I do not remember seeing that before. Twerky, I like that. Oh, well, I completely missed it. Alright, there we go. So we got the Street Racing Slug complimenting the old woman's rocket shoe. Because it's fast. It's real fast. Oh no, what? Oh man, I'm trying to think of what else I can add in here. I wanted to add in the Viking Duck, another one of the early drawing requests for Fergal F. Ferguson. So, there we go. One request, it wasn't from Mike Brady. But Mike Brady, I greatly appreciate all the requests you've made over the last 35 weeks. Oh, and here, okay, here's a little twist. The Viking Duck sees the 80s songbird and is immediately smitten. My eyes, what are they beholding? This glorious songstress. Come to me and fill me with your love. Forsooth. That's not really Viking, that's more like Shakespeare, but eh. Or maybe it's not even Shakespeare, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. So there we go. Got the Viking Duck spinning with the 80s songbird. And yet I still can't figure out what to do with the Butterfinger. Where is the Butterfinger going to end up? Let me think about this here. don't mind me for just a second. I'm gonna browse through my catalog of drawings. Oh, actually, you know what? I just figured it out. There was one drawing I did. Yes, it's been a skateboard, it's been a skull. Oh, Lucky Paradox. Actually, you know what? I was going to say I was going to make it a sword. I was going to make it the sword that the Viking duck is holding, but I'll totally take on your request. Butterfinger fly, absolutely. Let me go ahead and add that in here. So funny. Usually by this point I've, done the whole transition between the larger view and just the regular view multiple times, but it's just been this one drawing so far, and I'm okay with that. Decided that I should, this was requested by Irene, or suggested by Irene Pena Music, that I do 100 followers drawing. Kind of do something a little different from the norm to celebrate the milestone. Yeah, Lazy DJ will totally fit. I'll squeeze it in somewhere. There we go. Got its antenna, got the Butterfinger body, got the wings. It's a Butterfinger fly. Oh, Mike Brady, that's gonna be yeah, we're gonna need a bigger piece of paper. Yeah, that's gonna be like, I'm gonna have a big piece of paper covering the whole floor of my studio, and it'll just be like a camera top-down view. It'll just be me drawing, kind of, kneeling down and drawing each little part of the drawing. Yeah, that's just a prediction of what's gonna happen in the 100 shows drawing. Okay, what was I saying? Alright, Rose Rebel said Lazy DJ eating a Butterfinger. Absolutely. I think it's gonna have to be pretty tiny. I've already filled up a lot of the screen. Or paper. Pardon me. Cool. I might. Glad to hear you're interested in that idea. I might actually go with it. I mean, look, this is only week 36, so week 100's a pretty long ways off. Alright, so I guess I didn't really plan this out in advance, but eventually this is going to get full and I'll probably just call it good. But any other suggestions you wanted me to add into the drawing, I can totally draw as a standalone piece. So when I finish with this drawing, I'll go ahead and just take any future suggestions or requests and make them their own drawings. That's what I normally do on this show. This is just a special week, a special occasion, so I'm doing things a little differently. Alright, so there we go. It's a little hard to see him here, but Lazy DJ is here riding on his DJ controller, as he does. Riding his DJ controller, playing digital instead of vinyl. That's the Lazy DJ way. And you can barely even see it, but yeah, that is a Butterfinger he's holding in his hand. I'll just add this little annotation here just to clarify that's what it is. Rose Rebel, I'm sure coloring it'll be fine. It'll probably take a little longer than some of the other drawings I've done. Okay, actually, you know what? I feel like there should be one other character peeking out of this this last zero here, because we got Fancy Giraffe here poking out of this one. So this one should also have someone poking out of it. But what should it be? If I can't think of anything, I'll just go ahead and leave it the way it is. I just know that, I just have the feeling that, you know, if I leave it like this, I'll have the idea later for what I can do with it, and I'll be like, dang it, why didn't I do that on the stream? Lucky Paradox, I'm glad you like it. Mike Brady's remembering something. Oh my gosh, yes. Totally spaced on that one. It's funny, I even have it on the wall behind me, and yet I totally forgot about it. Yes, gotta include the business shark. That is an absolute must. Gonna bring it up on my computer so I don't have to keep craning my neck around to look at the drawing on the wall. Yes, Business Shark was actually the, that was on the first week of the show, was when I did the Business Shark. That's going all the way back to the beginning. Alright, there we go. Drawing out his business suit. Come to think of it, I really should make the business shark an emote too. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. I mean, I guess there's only so many emote slots I have at the moment. But I could, you know, swap it out with something else. Like one of those other emotes I could swap out for the business shark for a while. There, he's got his pinstripe business suit. Naturally. Got his briefcase here. Let me go ahead and make this line a little more solid. It's a little light for my taste. Okay, there we go. And, yeah, you know what? I think that looks good. I'll go ahead and, put the date. And my initials. Thank you so much to everyone. Lucky Paradox and DJ Mike Brady and everyone else who made suggestions. Rose Rebel 99, of course. And I'll go ahead and bring up the larger view. Alright, there we go. Thank you, everyone. Alright, so with that out of the way, it's time for just random requests. Lucky Paradox, if you're still watching, I'd love to get another request from you. And anyone else, throw a request out. You know what? I didn't have any ideas off the top of my head, but, you know, I did just have this idea. Oh, Lucky Paradox, that is an awesome request. Let me go ahead and add that to my list. Alright. No problem, Lucky. So yeah, I'm, if you haven't already guessed, I am drawing the 8-ball, and it's going to be insulting. I was thinking of, I wanted to bring back the fancy draft once again because it just seemed like an obviously funny idea. Just have the fancy draft going, oh, such amateurish humor. I guess I could do that. Just kind of have it be a running gag. I mean, honestly, the fancy draft is probably one of the best drawings by request that I've gotten or done so far in the 35 weeks I've been doing this. Or it's okay. I shouldn't say it's the best. It sounds kind of arrogant. It's probably one of my top favorites. Mike Brady, yeah, he basically is. At some point, he'll be the one on that logo instead of Cartoon Andy. Oh, Lucky, oh! That was for your doggo. I was wondering if I should even have him saying or thinking anything, because just him making that glare could honestly speak volumes without him even actually having a speech or thought bubble. Because I can't really think of anything. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I have him say something or think something, or should I just leave him blank? Just having giving that, you know, terrible glare, like, yeah, yeah. Mike Brady, I think I agree. And I have the just have this 8-ball shaking and sweating with laughter, just so caught up in his own joke. And yeah, the draft pretty much sums it up. Alright, so that's pretty much it for that one. Let me bring up the larger view. Ah, nice draft remote, Mike Brady. Alright, so for Lucky Paradox, let me go ahead and make a Clown Banana. This ought to be good. So, you know, let's maybe stop and think for a second about like the implications of a clown banana using banana peel to slip on to do a pratfall for the amusement of his watchers. It's a banana peel that he's using, but he himself is a banana. That's deep, man. Deep thoughts about fruit with makeup. I'll kind of have his little derby hat sort of hanging off the top of the banana. This little topper thing. Oh, that's a really nice draft emote. Lucky, I'm glad you like it so far. And of course, gotta give him big old clown shoes. They're basically half the size he is. Is that a Bender remote, Planetary 121? I like it. Mike Brady, all right. Thank you so much for stopping by and making suggestions for the 100 followers drawing. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so what am I gonna, let's see, I'm trying to think of what kind of funny stuff he could be doing. He is a clown after all, I should have him doing some kind of funny trick. Lucky Paradox, you wanna, oh my gosh, oh man. Irene Pena, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much, Irene. Welcome everyone to Draw Something. This is live drawing by request. I just did finished doing 100 followers drawing a little while ago. Let me pull it up on screen here. So yeah, it just has a lot of my characters that I've drawn over the last 35 weeks I've been doing this stream. So I got a Viking Duck, an 80s Songbird, requested by Irene, by the way. Corgiana Jones, an old woman in a rocket shoe. Street Racing Slug, a Business Shark, a Dalmatian, Lazy DJ, and Mr. T holding a roast turkey. Social Climate? Sure, I can do that. Alright, so right now I'm working on a Clown Banana for Lucky Paradox. And Lucky, I was going to ask you what kind of shenanigans you want Mr. Clown Banana to be doing. Because I don't know, I can't really think of anything at the moment. I could kill some time by drawing some balloons. But not just any ordinary balloons. Maybe make them, I'm going to make them fruit balloons. Because this is set in a world of fruit. Presumably. I love that kill yeah emote, Social Climber. Alright, go ahead and do a pear balloon here. Do a raspberry balloon. Hey Irene, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Always appreciate that. Let me go ahead and give you a shout out actually. I should have done that sooner. Irene Pena is an amazing musician, singer-songwriter. And I definitely recommend giving her a follow. Now there's the link. Go ahead and click on it. Go follow her. Great streamer here on Twitch. Irene, no problem. Thank you again so much for the raid. Enjoy your dinner. And if I don't see you again, have a great night. And a happy Thanksgiving. Lucky? Yeah, absolutely. I do often go for like the crazy, wacky, over-the-top stuff, but I can do wholesome too. Gonna have him holding a peanut butter balloon here. A chocolate bar balloon. Trying to think, just thinking of things that go really well with bananas. I know peanut butter goes good with bananas. Chocolate goes good with bananas. Strawberries go good with bananas. Let me go ahead and add a strawberry balloon in. We might need to erase this to make room for it. There we go. Got a strawberry balloon to go with the peanut butter and chocolate balloons. Probably add one more in there. A waffle balloon. Yes. Oh, this actually kind of looks like a waffle balloon already. Maybe I'll redesign the chocolate balloon a little bit. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and change it to chocolate. We'll change it to a bottle of chocolate syrup. There we go. Alright, now I'll do a waffle balloon. Hey, all those who are rated in with Irene. So I got a new thing that I added tonight. It's a magic 8-ball that well, you can just ask any question you want and it'll give you a response. But I gotta warn you all, it's been pretty sassy tonight, so don't be surprised if it makes a sassy remark. All right, there we go. So we got a waffle balloon, chocolate balloon. All right. Yeah, I like that. Planetary, or not planetary. Lucky, is there anything else you want me to add onto this? Oh, I guess I'll add some like little triangles here like you usually see on clown makeup. Oh, that's a sick, that's a set, oh man. 8-ball, you're one strike away from getting fired. You don't insult Lucky like that. Lucky, I am so glad you love it. Go ahead and finish this up then for Lucky Paradox on Twitch. Alright, let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. There we go. Clown balloon, or clown banana holding some balloons for Lucky Paradox. Very cool, very cool. Alright, so Social Clima requested a drawing interpretation of Too Much Time on My Hands. Let me see what I can do with that. Social Clima, thank you for the follow. Alright, so I'm going with what feels like kind of an obvious interpretation here, but I'll just roll with it. I like to try and do something sometimes do something subversive, like really bend the meaning of the song title, but I don't know, I'm just gonna go with this guy holding a bunch of clocks. And also, both of his eyes are staring at one of the hands, and it's making him look like this, and it's kind of creepy looking. Social Climber, I'm never going to hear that song the same way again. You've permanently changed it for me. Alrighty. Kind of carry over the clown theme from the last drawing. Got a clown-shaped, clown-themed alarm clock here. And I just had an idea for another clock I could add in. The eyes kind of gave me the idea for this one. I'm going to do a classic Felix the Cat clock. You know, those ones that have the eyes that go... And they're really creepy. Kind of creepy looking. I mean, some people probably aren't bothered by them, but hey, they kind of bother me just a little bit. I had a teacher in high school who had one of those in her classroom. Alright, so I got the stack of clocks on this side, so what can I do for this side? Okay, so I kind of had like a mantle clock here, but I gotta go for like the big old grandfather clock. So let me go ahead and add that in. Big old grandfather clock. A sundial, absolutely. Social Climber, thank you. Sometimes there's those really obvious ideas that I don't think of, and then a viewer is able to point it out for me, and I'm greatly appreciative. Thank you. Trying to draw just kind of a fancy headpiece on top of it. Looks a little odd, but I'll go with it. Alright, so here's what I was going with this. So I got this big old grandfather clock that's taking up all the space on the hand, except there's all these clocks inside the clock. One of them, as Social Climate suggested, is a sundial. Social Climate, it's like leaves. I have some thyme leaves in my cupboard that I've used for cooking once. It's just kind of an herb. I don't think it doesn't really look like anything that specific. I could just draw like a leaf and call it thyme, that'd probably be fine. In fact, I'll do that right now. Actually, no. I'll just look up what thyme looks, see if I can find an image on the internet. Okay, so it looks like it's actually like, you know, little sprouts with like lots of little leaves on them. So let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and add like a little crown of thyme to the clock. By the way, thank you so much to all those who have stuck around since raiding over with Irene. I really appreciate it. Alright, so there we go. We got a crown of thyme. Now, what else can I add in here? What are some other clock types that I haven't added in here yet? I guess I haven't featured one with, you know, actual numbers, so let me go ahead and rectify that. 12, 3, 6, 9. Oh, a wristwatch, yes. I can have a wristwatch that's, I can have a wristwatch on both of his wrists, or actually have, like, all the wristwatches he can possibly have on his arms. So they're not even really on his wrist anymore, they're on his arms. They're arm watches. But he still has so many wristwatches that he can't fit on his arms, so he decides to maybe put some on his legs, and then he can't fit any more on his legs, so he puts one on his neck, and he can't put any more on his neck, so he decides to have some of them in this grandfather clock. So he's got not just too much time on his hands, he's got too much time everywhere over his body. Irene Pena, you have an awesome Thanksgiving yourself. Eat lots of food, enjoy the company. Hope it's a great one. And it just occurred to me I should probably do a drawing involving a turkey. I should do like a drawing involving a living turkey. I've already done a roast turkey in one drawing, but I should do like an actual living, breathing turkey. A drawing based around that before the stream is done. So I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, right now I'm just drawing some extra wristwatches on his legs because he's out of room on his arms. He's got too much time. Way too much time. Ah, Planetary 121. Thank you so much for the redemptions for Hydrate and Stretch. Yeah, I know y'all get to see me do my yoga posing. Thank you, Planetary 121. Dreamer Seeker, thank you, and welcome to the stream. Great to see you here. I saw that you're now streaming Pikmin. How's that going? That's one of approximately 7 million popular games that I've never played. I've heard lots of good things about it. Also, what am I thinking? Why don't I make a shout out for Dreamer? Dreamer Seeker is also an artist and also plays a lot of video games, and she's super cool, so I'll go ahead and put a shout out for her in the chat. Go ahead and click on her name, follow her. Oh, those, yeah, those, it's one of those games where you got those living basically living weapons that can basically just all, yeah, they die and you have to replace them, and you don't really think too hard about the fact that all these little characters are dying. It's, kind of dark, but, I mean, it's just a video game. Alright, there we go. We got wristwatches on the legs and on the arms. Now I'm going to draw one on the neck. Living weapons, thank you, Dreamer Seeker. I wasn't sure if that was the right way to say it. Alright, there we go. He's got a wristwatch on his neck. Dreamer, if you just showed up and you didn't hear what this is a drawing interpretation of Too Much Time on My Hands. So I already drew him with time on his hands, but then Social Clima, who requested this drawing, suggested having some wristwatches, and I decided to just go absolutely nuts and draw wristwatches on his arms and on his legs and on his neck. And then, of course, there's going to be a bunch of wristwatches inside the grandfather clock here because he just has way too many wristwatches. I'm kind of thinking of like that scene of Geppetto from Disney's Pinocchio where there's like this full minute of him looking at every single clock in his workshop and he's like, wonder what time it is. Like, duh. Yeah, that could be this guy. Like, he has all these clocks. Though, the difference is that these all seem to be set to different times, so he actually has rightful confusion over what time it is. You got these, like, just, you look at almost all these clocks, they all got different times they're set to. So, this would drive any person insane, I think. Dreamer, didn't read your comment until now. Cold-hardened criminal now. Yep, that's what adulthood does to you. Alright, let me go ahead and add a couple extra wristwatches inside the clock. Clocks inside the clock. In fact, you think about it, maybe all these clocks have little clocks inside of them, and then those clocks have clocks inside of them, and then those clocks have, it's a never-ending cycle of insanity. Dreamer, do you have any plans for Thanksgiving? And Social Clima, do you have any other suggestions for clocks? Because I don't know, I'm kind of out of ideas. Clockception, that is a perfect word, Dreamer. Oh, okay, I got another one. One of those, big time clocks. There is not a stopwatch. Let me go ahead and add that in too. Thank you, Social Climber. Oh, Dreamer, those sound awesome. I was kind of lazy this year and didn't make anything for Thanksgiving. Probably should have done that. Last year I made a sweet potato casserole for the first time. That was pretty good. There we go. I got a stopwatch there. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw one of those big time clocks that I remember seeing in preschool. A time bomb, yes. Oh, hold on a second. I want to actually draw the numbers instead of just the lines, because that's what the big time clock is. I mean, obviously it's really small, so you can't really... I guess you can't really tell that much that it's a big time clock, but that's what the idea is. But yeah, just one of those big yellow round clocks that has the blue and red hands. I remember seeing those in daycare all those years ago. An hourglass, yes. Alright, so an hourglass and a time bomb. Let me go ahead and do those. Okay, well, was there an hourglass? Go ahead and add that in. Alright, hourglass, tick, 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 time bomb. Dreamer Seeker, I'm not much of a gamer anymore. One of the games one game I did go back to recently that I still really enjoy is Yoshi's Island, the original one for the Super Nintendo. That's one that it's been a favorite since I was in, like, middle school. And he's even got a clock on his shirt because he literally just can't help himself. He's got all these clocks. We'll even go ahead and add a hat on his head. That, of course, has a clock. It's a hat clock. Because, of course, why not? Yeah, Dreamer, it's one of my favorites. Granted, I haven't played a ton of video games in recent years, but it's still one I really enjoy. Yeah, I think this will probably do. So many clocks. In fact, we can even take it even a step further than this and have little clocks inside his eyes. This is getting really weird. There we go. He's got clocks inside his eyes too. My word. You can even say his nose here has arrows, so his nose is like these two hands that are at a 90-degree angle. Oh man. Alright, I gotta stop before this gets any weirder. Social Climber, are you good with this? I saw you did that 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. You know what? I'll add that in too. If I can find a place for it. Man, he's just covered. Okay, I'll actually add them to this deck. This deck can be a little bit taller. It's not quite as tall as the grandfather clock. They should be even. Have even size distribution on both hands. So yeah, we got little outlines of Mississippi with the numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, Mississippi. Okay. Now, I think I'm done. Oh, Planetary 121, yes. That was the one thing that was keeping him from going completely nuts, and now it's gone. Alright, for Social Climber here on Twitch. Social Climber, thank you for the clap emotes. I'm glad you like it. Go ahead and bring up the larger view. Boy, what the heck happened here? It started out just kind of started out as a simple, oh, I'll just put some clocks on his hands. Then it just got weirder and weirder and weirder. Oh, man. Thank you, Social Climber, for the awesome request. Alright, so I did say that before I finish this stream up, I was gonna do a drawing involving turkeys. Living, breathing turkeys, not just roast turkeys, but living, breathing ones. Okay, I got a kind of a corny but funny idea here. Hold on a second. Oh, hold on a second. Alright, so I'm drawing one of these, this guy is bowling. He's throwing a strike. I actually just had to look this up. I knew there was a term in bowling that was called a turkey. I couldn't remember what it meant. Apparently it's when you get 3 strikes in a row. So I'm thinking here having three guys getting a strike at the same time, and a turkey magically appearing out of thin air as their reward. Because why not? There we go. He's got one strike there. So I'm just drawing these three guys throwing strikes. Hold on a second. It's fun trying to draw these bowling pins, and it's a little harder than I thought it would be. Gotta get the shape just right. I guess you could say they're using I could say they're using butternut squash for pins instead of just regular pins, because the shape is similar. So if I get the proportions a little bit off, I can just say it's butternut squash. But yeah, man, trying to get that shape just right is surprisingly kind of difficult for me. But no matter. Just bear with me here. Still trying to figure out exactly how I'm gonna position everything in this drawing. Keeping it relatively simple. I could go out and add, like the lanes or the bumpers and all those extra details. I want to try and keep this brief. That last one went on pretty long. Alright, hold on just a second here. I'm going to pull up another reference pic. So we got a turkey magically popping out of thin air after they all hit a strike at the same time. 3 strikes. In one sport, I mean, in another sport, 3 strikes, you know, means you're out. But in this sport, it means free dinner. There we go. They summon a turkey by bowling 3 strikes. Got to finish drawing this guy here. Let me give him some pants. Some shoes, too. And I think that'll probably do. There we go. There we go. We got 3 guys literally bowling a turkey into existence. Yeah, streamer indeed. Alright, here's the larger view. And I think that'll probably do for tonight. Let me see how many drawings I did for tonight so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only did 5 drawings so far tonight. Usually I get to about 6. But if anyone has like any more requests they want to throw in, Dreamer, if you have a request you'd like me to draw. Otherwise, I can do the end of show recap. Hey, Sean C72, awesome to see you here. Did you have a request ready, Sean? Because I was just about to wrap things up, but if you have a request you want to throw in. Dreamer, it is 8:42 p.m. where I am, so it's not super late, and I don't have to work tomorrow, so I wouldn't I'd be totally fine with going a little bit longer. Yes, yay, no work. But then I gotta go back to work on Fridays, so it's a little awkward. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any ideas left, so I'll go ahead and just do the end of show recap now. What I do at the end of every stream is I just go over all the drawings I did. So let me go ahead and bring up the larger view. Here we got the, so this is what started the stream. This is my drawing commemorating 100 followers on Twitch, which, now that I think about it, there was one more detail I forgot to add in. Let me go ahead and get that added in somewhere. Yeah, since this is the 100 followers on Twitch drawing, I gotta add a Twitch logo in there. Seems only fair. Dreamer, thank you so much. Alright, there we go. So we got a Twitch logo included in there. And yeah, there's just a bunch of my characters that have I've drawn by request over the last 35 weeks. Alright, next up we have for, oh, well actually, this is one I just did myself. For all those who did the 8-ball command in the chat earlier tonight, you saw the 8-ball was being pretty sassy and immature. So I have the snobby giraffe with the top hat and monocle, just giving that discerning, stern, unimpressed look that he does so well. While the 8's just, you know, laughing itself, laughing and sweating, just so... just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. And he's just like, meh. Alright, next up for Lucky Paradox, here's a clown banana. He wanted me to draw it holding some balloons, so I decided to have some balloons that go, like, objects that go really well with bananas. Strawberry, peanut butter, chocolate syrup, and a waffle. And I added in a couple other fruit balloons. Like, this was going to be a raspberry. It could also be a grape balloon. A bunch of grapes. Pear, apple. So yeah, thank you so much, Lucky, for that request. Oh yeah, Dreamer, you should have been here earlier. It was insulting people left and right. Alright, here's too much time on my hands for Social Clima. And it's not just too much time on his hands, it's like too much time everywhere. Just everywhere. Like, wow. This is weird. Also, I should probably make sure I actually have the whole drawing showing on the screen. I didn't. This was kind of cut off when I was showing it earlier. Alright, I think there's one more drawing. Is this one of the of 3 guys summoning a turkey by bowling a turkey? Granted, they're kind of cheating because it's supposed to be one person bowling 3 strikes in a row, but I guess they found a loophole because the turkey still showed up. So there you go. Also, I forgot to add my initials and date onto this. Let me fix that really quick. And yeah, I think that's it. So there we go. 5 drawings. Not the most I've done in a single stream, but there were a couple of more intricate drawings tonight than I usually do, so I'm fine with it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and raid out somewhere. I see Turbo Swim is still doing words on stream, so I think I'll probably go raid him. He's only got 4 viewers. So I'll definitely go give him a raid. I'll be back on Saturday with my coloring stream to color all the drawings I did tonight. Saturday at 1... Oh! Dreamer! Ask me. What is your question? Ask me! Dreamer. Oh yeah. Well, she's an artist I had followed some time ago. I had been going around trying to find art streamers that were doing something similar to what I was doing, and I found her and was like, okay, she seems to be a cool artist. So I decided to follow her, and then yeah, that night when you were on my stream, I just saw her. She was live, so I decided I'd raid her, and that's how that worked out. Sean C, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys watching. I don't really have anything else to say. Guess I'll just go ahead and raid Turbo. And one more time, happy Thanksgiving. I even have the title slide, the end slide that I'm going to fade to in a couple seconds. It says happy Thanksgiving, but let me just say it one more time. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Eat lots of food, get stuffed, and then crash afterwards and just, yeah. I mean, honestly, you can just sleep the rest of the day. It's totally fine. It's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Dreamer. Alright, let me go ahead and raid out to Turbo Swim. You all have a great night, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care.